what's up, guys? So today we're going to continue the revival series. I want to read a verse to you that means a lot to me, especially in the lowest time of my life. When I came across this verse, it empowered me to want to see something greater. Unfortunately, in my life, I reached a point of homelessness. I was seeking comfort in drugs and alcohol and broken relationships, and I was just bouncing from one person to another person, place to place, and I was so burdened by the ways of this world that I really lost who I was. And matter of fact, come to believe that I never knew who I was, experiencing the trauma of life. And so when I read this verse, it really comforted my soul, knowing that there was something greater out there waiting for me. Matthew 11:28, it says, Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." And my message to you is if you're tired of the way that you're living out there, if you have a broken relationship, if you have marriage drama, if you're seeking comfort in drugs and alcohol, let me tell you this right now. I've done all those things, and nothing would comfort me because I was always seeking something greater. Little did I know is that Jesus was that greater thing. Unfortunately, life had to beat me down to the lowest point for me to actually cry out for help. And this verse actually reminds me of another verse, which is the life of Peter. Peter sees Jesus Christ walking on water, and Peter says, "Jesus, I want to walk on water too," And Jesus says, "Go ahead, come on, man." And he starts to walk on water. His faith was there. And, right after that, there's a big storm that comes and hits, and there's a gust of wind, and there's a wave that just splashes right over him. And he begins to lose his faith, and he starts to drown. But as he's drowning, this is the most important part of the story. As he's drowning, he reaches out his hand and he says, "Jesus, save me." And Jesus, he extends his hand, he pulls him out of the water, and then he gives him a little bit of truth. And he says, "Oh, yay, little faith," but the key point of that story is that we're always crying out for help, and Jesus is always extending his hand, ready to pull us out of drowning waters, And so I encourage you, if you feel like you're drowning, if you need rest for your souls, that you call upon Jesus and let him into your heart. Believe that he is the Messiah and he can do all things. And if you really dwell on your life, Jesus has always been calling us through billboards, through people on the streets, through flyers in church, and your mom might have called you and told you about Jesus, but we just don't pay attention because we think that we have things under control. And unfortunately, after a long series of bad events in my life, I now recognize that I need to be humble, and to tell you the truth, I don't have anything under control. But when I accepted Jesus Christ in my life, man, I can tell you everything's a breeze, because I know that there's treasures up in heaven waiting for me, and that I have everlasting life dwelling within my heart, And so he empowers me to do great things. And I went from homelessness to going to college now, and I'm reunited with my children, all through the grace of Jesus Christ and through his sacrifice. So June 22nd, 5:30 p.m., San Pedro Calvary Church. Please show up. Food, celebration, music, we're all going to be there. We're all going to celebrate the celebration of life, and I hope to see you there. God bless.